Back's killing me. When's the last time you did yard work?
Last weekend, I had one of those nice riding mowers.
Do you think I'd be a good mascot?
For this team?
Yeah.
That suit?
Yeah.
This arena?
Yeah, this arena.
And you've got it on 2K Sports for Wednesday night action in the NBA. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. You look at the Timberwolves. They couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
And, you know, right now, the Grizzlies, they've got some nice momentum going. We're in the meat of the schedule now, and they're only getting better. Bodes well for the rest of the way.
Now let's go courtside with Jennifer Quintana.
To be the best, you got to beat the best, you always say. Tonight you're playing one of the league's best in their own backyard. What's it going to take to come away with the win?
Yeah, we got to play well early.
Kevin, back to you.
Terrific job, Jennifer. Thanks so much. And the starting group for the Grizzlies. The front court is Wells and Jackson. MP out there with Morant. And it's Edey in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Minnesota, out to the forward, it'll be McDaniels and Randall. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Rudy Gobert. And it's Shannon in at the shooting guard position. So Doris, talking specifically about coaching. Is this the point in the season where a staff can try to light a spark under a player?
Yeah, a couple things to decide. That first, how is your team doing versus what you believe your ceiling is? And second, what kind of effort are you getting on a daily basis? We know these coaches. They are not afraid to light a fire when necessary. And sometimes, Kev, it's necessary.
And when it comes to MP, he has an objective to motivate his teammates. That's why he made winning on the road a rallying cry.
Well, their success in their road quest just speaks to the power of MP. When he talks, his teammates listen. In fact, everyone listens because they're getting results. And that's what matters in this league. They've been unreal on the road.
MP passes to Morant. MP, no good. Minnesota's gone 0-2 from deep here. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
I briefly spoke with Chris Finch. Jaren Jackson Jr. was the topic, and Coach was impressed by the tape. He said, the more I watch of Jaren, the more I'm convinced he's the best defensive player in the league. He does so much for their team, and we're going to have to be hyper-aware of his weak side help tonight. Coach isn't alone on that appraisal. Kevin, back to you.
Terrific, Allie. We appreciate the report.
Boy, I like when MP tries to carve space in the painted area. So effective down there.
And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Well, the Grizzlies made multiple moves over the last year to free up salary. They put it to good use this summer with extensions for Jaren Jackson Jr. and Santi Aldama, not to mention signing free agent guard Ty Jerome. Now trading away Desmond Bane hurt, but this team should continue to be a factor.
They play with swagger. Okay, Shams, we appreciate the reporting.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
MP outside. They get it again. Edey gets the bucket.
We see it over and over again. More teams sending activity to the offensive window, and it pays dividends.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And a 4-time Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert is improving his perimeter defense as well, Greg. It's helped his overall game.
Yeah, teams have looked to pull him outside and test his lateral quickness. But I tell you, he holds up better than you think, and we know his presence at the rim.
PB, no one has more Defensive Player of the Year awards than Rudy Gobert. 4 of them.
Well, with the 4, he is now tied with the great Dikembe Mutombo and the great Ben Wallace. another one in his sights. This guy always amongst the league leaders in dunks. Gobert is a force around the cup.
MP kicks to Wells. Back to MP. No good on the triple.
And he's really trying to get them back into it, but the results just have not been there.
Here's Shannon. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Shannon's got his second bucket.
He's been on a nice little run in this first quarter. He is laser focused.
Randall with the bucket.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
The Grizzlies trail by 7. MP outside. Pass to Edey. Morant outside. Here's MP. 5 on the clock. Stolen. McDaniels on the wing. Guarded by Morant. And now the Grizzlies. Fast break. And then Morant slams it in.
And leave it up to Morant to put on a show. What a spectacular dunk.
I'd like to thank AT&T for bringing us that spectacular look from their connected cam. Timberwolves leading by 5 to the paint. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. And here's MP for 3. A rebound by the Timberwolves. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
Rough game defensively. I mean, they lost a lot of the individual matchups, and the help was slow to rotate.
I'll tell you this, if you're going to allow your opponent to make that many shots, you have got to be as solid on the offensive end, and clearly they were not.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for Memphis. It's a 10-point game. Pass to Jackson. On the wing, MP. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. MP's got 5.
Very aggressive in terms of looking for his shot. 9 attempts already, but only able to knock down 2.
And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That is his first foul of the game. And another look at that last play with the AT&T connected cam. The Grizzlies trail by 7. Here's Morant. Steady offensive output from him, averaging more than 16 points a game. Just 3 on the clock. And Jackson with the basket on the assist by Morant.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
And that does it for the first quarter. The Timberwolves on top, up 5. From Target Center, back in a moment. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Timberwolves.
Straight away, they've opened things up offensively with skillful passing, running smart plays, and just setting guys up for success.
And they've also shown dominance in the paint so far tonight, really putting the work in down low.
So on the floor for Memphis. Caldwell Pope out there with Jaren Jackson. Then there's Scottie Pippen. Then there's Ty Jerome. And it's Clark in at the 5 down low. Conley with the 3. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. The Grizzlies trail by 5. And stolen by Dillingham. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks. The Timberwolves have elite shot creation, but it's finding that balance. Anthony Edwards said, I'm wired to score the ball. I'm going to showcase my game, so it's hard to find that balance of when to pass and when to keep it and try to get going. Sometimes I feel like the right play is me. Back to you, Kevin.
Fills it up with the best. All right, Allie, as always, we thank you. Now Conley, following the miss by Jaren Jackson from deep. Conley feeling it out. Lets it go with a three. Another miss by Minnesota.
Well, despite the miss, obviously the shot this offense looking to generate is exactly that.
And Greg, when you're dealing with this Timberwolves team fairly deep with size up front,
that can wear you down over the course of a game, and especially in a playoff series, a real strength of this team.
Just 2 to shoot. And again, Memphis no good.
And the way he was able to reach out towards that release had an impact.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
Here's Clark, and it's Clark with the jam.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Checked in for Scottie Pippen. GA, you hear about 3-level score, but is it just 3 levels?
Great point. Kevin, you've got guys with that deep range, and there's a difference between the mid-range game, those floaters, the little 12-footers, and those deep twos as well. So maybe 5-level score is complete. Think of like a 5-2 player in baseball.
Randall no good.
Taking what the defense gives you, exactly the shot you want, just doesn't go in.
Jackson from long range. Minnesota with the rebound. They've led by as much as 10. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Offensive rebound. Randall. And Randall throws it down.
Well, this is where the tremendous motor that Randall plays with helps him get rebounds.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Jerome. Scoreless thus far. Outside Jackson. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. And it's Morant missing. Timberwolves leading by 5. Randall passes to DiVincenzo. Puts up a 3. Outside for Randall. Goes back up. And the rejection by Jackson. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. Daniels is checked in for the Timberwolves. Memphis also making some changes. Edey's checked in for Jaren Jackson. Wells comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And MP subbed in for Ty Jerome. 1:31 left in the first half of the game. And the call will be against Julius Randle. That is his first foul of the game. The Grizzlies trail by 5. And this Grizzlies organization, Greg, not afraid to innovate.
Yeah, we see that with the offense they've implemented, different from just about any other team in the league. Rather than pick and roll, it's much more predicated on off-ball shifts and cutting.
And now, Allie LaForce says something for us from the sideline.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Pelicans looked really strong. He scored 28 points, and he made a significant contribution from beyond the arc, as usual. He was incredible, which at this point we've come to expect. Guys, he's always on a mission.
Great stuff as always, Allie. Thank you. Greg, he did some fantastic things in that one. He made a huge impact.
And I look for him to try and repeat that performance here tonight. I really do.
Well, I think they're going to need it. This team looks completely different when he's raised his game.
And so it's Memphis with it, following the three by Minnesota. 41 seconds left in the second quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Morant. Morant pulleys his way inside.
Yeah, that's the endless energy of Ja Morant. There's no denying that man.
DiVincenzo finds Gobert. DiVincenzo with it. He's picked up by Morant. Here's McDaniels. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
How about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And you know what? The work he's put in at the line starting to pay off. How about 78% on the season?
The free throw drops from McDaniels.
There is simply no substitute for what Jaden McDaniels gives you on the defensive end every night. This guy is elite.
Morant outside. To the right side. From outside, off the mark. And so we wrap up the first half. Timberwolves lead by 9. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Howdy, folks. I know you've all been clamoring to find out how the Rookie of the Year race is looking, and we are not letting you down.
Of course MP's in the running. He hasn't looked like a rookie, and he hasn't acted like one.
Yeah, he seems to gain confidence with every outing, and clearly the coaches trust him. Turning back now to that game we've been watching, a positive first half for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Smooth operation. I wish every team played this intelligently.
Yeah, if you look at the shots they're getting, they obviously had a game plan coming in, Shaq.
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more Hoops action.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. They trail by 9 points. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. The big men on the floor for him, Randall and Gobert. Then it's Jaden McDaniel. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Shannon in at the 2. That's Chris Finch's 5 as we get into the second half. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. DiVincenzo with it. Hasn't made one yet. Shannon, no good.
Boy, tough break there. Defense leaves him wide open. He can't get the mid-range to go. Ouch.
Jackson with the bounce pass. Edey finds Jackson. Shot clock at 5. For Gobert. No good from 11 feet. Timberwolves leading by 9. And you look at this Timberwolves roster. Doors quite a spread as far as the ages of their top players.
Oh, Kevin, you've got a couple of guys who are absolutely on the back 9 and really walking up the fairway of number 18. And then you've got Mr. McDaniels and Anthony Edwards, 2 guys in their early 20s. But this is the fascinating part. There's a runway left, and what do they do with it?
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Okay, Ja Morant looking to lead the way. He said, I set the tone. My teammates feed off of it, and I love to compete. That's how we all grew up, playing on the blacktop outside, competing at a high level when there was no cameras around. Back to you.
He's got that alpha mentality. Allie LaForce with the report. Hey, Allie, thanks. And so the timeout here called by Thomas Isola. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. It's never too early to start looking at our contenders for this year's dunk contest. There's no doubt it'll be a terrific showdown of some of the game's best athletes.
And it seems like each year the bar keeps getting set higher. I mean, more props, crazier concepts to the competition, the level of dunks. I think this is going to be a good one.
Some might say he's a long shot at this point, but you never know.
Hey, stranger things have happened, and we'll just have to wait and see.
And so that's the breakdown as it currently stands. We'll be keeping you all updated with the latest info and, of course, our final list of contestants as we get closer.
Yeah, if they don't invite me to be a judge, I'm still going.
Pass to Shannon. Latre. That's in, coming off an assist from Randall. Shannon's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Now here's Morant. 6 points for him. Shot clock at 6. Buries it down low. Morant's got 8 points.
Well, we know this guy is always a threat offensively. You can't lose sight of him.
To the middle. Here's Shannon. Takes it off the glass. And the Timberwolves lead by 15.
Another bucket. This guy just keeping his foot on the gas pedal.
And here's Morant. 8 points for him. Outside Jackson. Here's Edey. And a miss there on the triple. Timberwolves leading by 15. DiVincenzo kicks to McDaniels. Back to DiVincenzo. Oh, good on the 3. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
Well, I think it kills your energy, and it certainly kills your momentum.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. changes here for the Timberwolves. Joe Ingles comes in for Rudy Gobert, and it's Mike Conley in for Julius Randle. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Clark, he's checked in for Zach Edey. Williams comes in for Jaren Jackson. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for Jalen Wells. And it's Ty Jerome in for MP. Endorse for the Timberwolves 2 consecutive trips to the Western Conference Finals.
Kevin, this is by far the franchise's most successful era to date. But, of course, they are not satisfied. Anthony Edwards desires a championship because he wants to be considered amongst the all-time greats.
Now here's Morant. 8 points for him. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Minnesota?
Well, I've been impressed with the ball movement all game long. They're really looking to just make that extra pass.
I think the other thing we're seeing tonight is the floor spacing of this team. Boy, they are shooting the cover off the basketball all game.
Guy like Ty Jerome, DB, he gives his team valuable lineup flexibility.
That's exactly right, Kevin, because he can play the 1 guard, he can play the 2 guard, you can have him run your team for long stretches when your lead guard needs a rest. This guy is incredible.
Dillingham, no good. The Grizzlies trail by 12. It's Caldwell-Pope with the drive.
And sweet drive there. KCP, a smooth operator with terrific straight line speed.
Conley dishes to Clark. Pass to Dillingham. Back to Clark. From the arc. Nailed from three-point land. Clark's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Pippen, the pass to Jerome. Clark sets a screen for Jerome. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Timberwolves ahead. They lead by 13. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the court for Memphis to start the fourth. We've got Ty Jerome. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is out there with Jaren Jackson. Then it's Pippen, and it's Clark in at the center position. Here's Randle, and Randle throws it down.
Wow, excellent explosion off his feet by Julius Randle.
Outside Pippen. There's the triple. Ingles with the rebound.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Clark gets to Conley. Pass to Randle. Over Clark. Randle with the bucket. And the Timberwolves lead by 17.
Boy, there was plenty of contact down low, but Randle assertive and able to find the finish.
Outside Jackson. Here's Jerome. Pippen sets a screen for Jerome. Off target from outside.
Solid rebound there. And with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Wow, Julius Randle with a little flavor on the finish.
Timeout called by Coach Iserlohn. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. Rudy Gobert is checked in for Clark. Then for the Grizzlies, Vince Williams is checked in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's John Morant in for Pippen. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Now Jerome. Williams for three. Rebound Minnesota. Gobert's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
And it's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Morant drives in. And stolen by Dillingham. Randle with the ball. Guarded now by Jackson. Randle passes to Ingles. They get it back. Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
This guy has been a superb offensive rebounder. Gobert uses that size and positioning.
We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone. And finished off by Morant.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now.